Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Italian Tier 8 Premium Medium Tank, the Progetto 46. Now this is an auto-reloading medium tank that is pretty fun, to be honest. I'd probably say it's one of the better auto-reloading Italian medium tanks, for sure, because it's very, very good. I really enjoy it because it has no armour, has an angled turret, so you can ricochet the odd shot here and there off of it. But for the most part, you should not rely on the armour because it's not really going to work. But it does have very good mobility and a pretty damn accurate gun with really good camo and pretty decent view range for a Tier 8 medium. So you can have a lot of fun with this tank. I really enjoy it generally, and I tend to build it for camo. Just to make the most of it, really, and just to make the... Well, I think because it's got no armour, sometimes staying on for spotted for as long as you possibly can is an absolute benefit for this tank. And yeah, it can lead to good things. I mean, the penetration on this tank is pretty solid, so it's 212 on its standard and 259 on the premium. I mean, 259 on the premium is going to pen most things you're going to face. And like I say, with 390 view range, making your camo really good as well, you're going to have a lot of times where you can get some good spotting games off. And the auto-reloading system, while Wargaming are pretty bad at balancing the auto-reloaders, because they seem to just absolutely kill them every single time they bring them over, I like the auto-reloading system because it adds a flexibility to it. And this tank is one of those that doesn't feel too bad using it. It doesn't feel like you're too much at a disadvantage for it, essentially. I love that flexibility of deciding, you know what, I want to dump a clip, or okay, I want to fire a single shot. So like you've seen with this KV-85 here, unfortunately the H2H58 came along and just about blocked the shots because he was reloading, so we wanted to get out of line of fire. Fair enough. But at that point there, we could have gone, okay, you know what, I'm in a position where I can just two-tap the KV-85 and finish him off. Right, that's what I like about the tank. Or I can just, like I say, stick with my single shot. And I never feel like it's too bad when I do drop the clip in this tank. So while its reloading DPM is not the best at all, really, with the 240 alpha and the reload on the gun, it still doesn't feel like you're waiting 10 years to be able to fire again, right? And that's sort of probably the key point. So in terms of crew, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Situational Awareness, Steady Aim, Run and Gun, Camouflage Expertise, Silent Driving, and Muffled Shot. All those camo perks, like I say, to make this tank as stealthy as humanly possible. And then the Steady Aim to make the gun 10% more accurate, because you're always going to take that perk. And Run and Gun to make my shots just 10% better while I'm on the move as well. In terms of equipment, I run Rammer, Camo Net, and Optics, and that's because, well, 10% better DPM, Camo again to make this camo even better, and Optics to be able to spot for myself. I don't really feel like this tank needs vert stabs because the gun is really good, and so I just sacrifice that, to be fair. I mean, if you wanted to, you could drop the Camo Net and run a traction system to get even quicker, because I believe it's, what, 55 kilometers an hour top speed this tank has, so you could make it 60 kilometers an hour instead, and it would easily reach that. Or you could run vents to make everything about the tank just that little bit better, make you have slightly better DPM, all that good stuff. So this first game on this map, which is a map that's eluding my brain, Arctic region, we have managed to get 1500 damage so far with 751 assistance. We're just about to finish off this EBR Hotchkiss thing. Oh. Then we finish off the EBR Hotchkiss. We feel the pain of shots like that. That shot looked like it was always going to kill him, and then it's just like, oh, it didn't. And it is painful when you're in an auto-reloader and a shot like that happens, because naturally you think, oh, I've got to finish it off, right? And then you end up absolutely murdering your DPM to do it. But as you can see with the Progetto 46, it's not that bad. It doesn't feel horrific waiting for this reload, and it's more than manageable. Unfortunately, we missed the shot on the Lynx, but we get the second one into his rear there, which damages an engine, which happens all the time for that poor Lynx. If you hit it in the back end, you'll always damage his engine. But again, we just pull back because we're waiting for the reload to go in. And we are now a one-shot because unfortunately we got snapped. I think it was by the Lynx, or it could have been the other medium tank that was down on the J8 position. So we just got to be careful now. We're up to 2.1k damage, 751 assistance. So what I'm going to do is try and use these bushes to get shots at the guys up north, or try and pull into position to get shots at people like this Lynx. And that is where the camo, having the camo is so nice for this tank. That Lynx did not spot us. Naturally, the Lynx doesn't have the best view range anyway, but even when firing, that Lynx didn't see us. But now we're in a good position to try and get shots at the Ramrod or the Tiger 2. We're just being ultra careful because, like I say, we don't have the hit points. Unfortunately, we bounce off the Ramrod. I'm not quite sure how we did that. But we're just waiting for the reload. I could dump the clip, but I'm not doing that. And unfortunately, we miss again. Poor shot, really. But the Ramrod is just, well, it's bamboozling me, really. The Tiger 2 is trying to move in on our heavies, which I don't think is going to work out very well for him because they're healthier than he is, and he gets shut down. We just can't quite feather a shot at this T69, but we're just waiting to see if they make a mistake. Then the Tiger Shark finally gets spotted again, and we managed to get the second shell into him there. Unfortunate with the first shell, but we didn't really aim it that much, and the second shell finally, thankfully, went in, and we shot that guy down. We're up to 2.4k damage, and we're just waiting for the reload again. We don't want to fire too early to break the reload. We managed to get a nice shot into the back end of the Ramrod, which damages his engine. I thought, you know what, screw it, I'm going to blow the reload to try and get the kill on that Ramrod, and then, fortunately enough, the final shell blind, just as he got unspotted, managed to go in and finish him off. So now there's only 5 enemy tanks left. We're up to 2.7k damage, 751 assistance, and we're on the full reload again. We end up reloading APCR, and really that's the other reason I wanted to just dump the clip, because we didn't really have much AP rounds left, so there's no point. We may as well just full reload the APCR rounds, because that's all we had left in the tank. There's no point waiting for so long to reload only one shell. So now I'm thinking, right, okay, I think that the T69 is all alone. What I'm going to do is try and help my guys and progress them, because they're kind of stuck on this T69 at the minute. So if I can get up behind the T69 and get some shots in, because I can probably clip him out to kill him, it'll be alright. But unfortunately, the T25/2 completely catches me out. It's like, oh my god, what are you doing there, sir? We get one into the T69. Unfortunately, the other one misses, and the T25/2 kills us. But we do finish with the victory, the top of the team. 6 kills, 2.9k damage, 1,000 assistance, ace tanker, top gun, the Ranger medal for killing all light tanks in the game, 1,661 base XP. Nice game for the Progetto 46, pretty solid game to be fair, and it just shows you what you can do really with the Progetto 46 with this sort of reloader. It's just got that flexibility. There's the flexibility that I like about auto reloaders. It's the same on all of the auto reloaders, to be honest. Just that you can go from, okay, I'm going to fire all shells in my clip, to, no, you know what, I want to keep some sort of DPM and just keep firing to the point where it's like when you 1v1 in a tank, right? That's what I enjoy most of it. Where you 1v1 in a tank, you're keeping your DPM. Naturally, they've got way better DPM than you, but if you control the engagement and just keep one tapping them, you know, you fire one, and get them to the point where you can kill them with 2 or 3 shells in a clip. That's where the power of the tank is, because you can go, right, I have been firing one shot this whole time, but now, bang, 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 you're dead. Although, for me, what I always aim to do with the auto reloaders is when I'm firing at someone, is that if I get the chance to shoot them, I will basically keep firing until I get them to a 2-shot, and then double tap them, so I'm not completely destroying my reload. But also, a lot of the times, in a tank, especially like the Progetto 46 that does fire pretty, you know, decently quick, I will take the opportunities to kill people. So, if someone ends up, so I'll fire a single shot, but if I get the opportunity to just go, okay, I'm going to fire this shot into someone and kill them, I will do it. So right now we're in the second game, and we're on Muravanka, and we are up to 1 kill and 896 so far. We get a nice shot into the Hurlenhund. He's now 3-shot for us. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and try and get a shot into this Astron Rex. Unfortunately, we missed that guy, though, because that Astron Rex is a really dangerous tank, because that clip potential is lovely, and that tank is really lovely. I really like the Astron Rex. And luckily, as we come round, we actually high roll and managed to finish off the VK3002M. And actually, we actually blew his head off. We actually Armour-racked him there. As you can see, his head had gone. Now there's only the Astron Rex left on this side, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to get 1 into him, I get 2 into him, and I'm like, okay, now he's a 1-shot, 2-shot for some people, but I don't want to go too deep in my clip, so I'm just waiting. If someone hits him and puts him down to a 1-shot, I'll kill him. But we end up putting 1 in anyway, and then we bounced that shot. Oh, we could have killed him. I got it to 2 shots, and as soon as he took a hit, I was like, you know what, I'll put a shot into him and see if we can finish him off. If we don't, I'll just dump the second shell in. But unfortunately, we didn't quite get there. And then we ended up spotting that Minuteman, and I'm like, you know, I recklessly fire a shot. I shouldn't have done that shot really on the Minuteman because I end up stuck waiting. But again, we're just waiting for... we're essentially kill stealing the Hummel. And that's one thing that you will end up doing a lot in auto reloaders like this tank, because I didn't really want to fire at the Hummel unless I could kill it. Because I want my DPM. If I could wait and keep reloading and get more of my DPM back in, great. But if the kill shot's there for a tank, I'm going to take it. And that's what we did with that Hummel. And you're going to keep seeing that in this game. It's like, it's that fight, right? You're fighting within yourself of, I could fire right now, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to hold on. And we get a nice shot into the Britannia Panther there, because the first shot unfortunately hit dead wreck, or sorry, the destructible building, but we do get the second shot in to finish him off. And we're up to 4 kills with 2.7k damage so far. And Turkey's been attacked by this Hurlenhund. And I think Turkey's also fired his whole clip, so we managed to get a shell in to finish off the Hurlenhund. Waiting for our reload to come back in, the Minuteman's coming towards us. So I just took myself into this building to stay safe from the Minuteman. And I'm looking at it going like, Turkey, I could fire at these guys, but I want to wait for my DPM to come in. If the Thunderbolt does get knocked down to a one-shot, I will shoot him for you, which is what happens. So we finish off the Thunderbolt. Like I say, we're firing where we can get a kill, because naturally we're getting a gun out of the game, which is great. And that's the only real time we're sacrificing our DPM, because I'm waiting. Getting a kill's great. That's what we want to do. And oh, look. Perfect opportunity. We get the shot in to finish off the Minuteman. And that's our 7th kill of the game. Up to 3k damage. Like I say, if the opportunity's there to get the kill, we're going to take it. This Barask's coming in on Turkey. And it's like, oh no, this is not good for Turkey. We get 1 in, we get 2 in. It's like, I can finish him off. And Turkey finishes him off. I was like, oh my god, I could get Radley Walters here. That's the really nice thing with the ribbons coming back. I can actually see how many kills I've got. It's lovely. I don't have to go into the menu to think, I feel like I've killed a load of people. I can just see it physically on my screen. It's really great. But yeah, they've got 3 tanks left. And it's a medium tank, this E25, and the artillery. And I'm looking at this E25 like, I can kill this guy with 3 shots and a ram. And I really want to ram him, because I want my 8th kill, right? The Astron Rex manages to get a shot into us, though. And I'm now being careful, because I don't want to get dumped into with the Astron Rex, because it's just going to be painful, right? And unfortunately, we've only got 2 shells of AP left. And you're like, oh, God, you know what? I'm probably going to get time to full reload this clip. And I want the full clip. I want the full DPM before I go in on these guys. Because that's what I want. I don't want to go into these guys and then run out of DPM, essentially. Because if I can just fire 1 shot and get a kill on them and then reload 1 shot again, I'm happy. But this is where I decide, you know what, I think that Astron Rex is probably reloading. We get a shot into the side of the E25 and it's like, well, hello, Mr. E25, just let me shoot you again. Rams him to death. Oh, we tried to swing around to get the shot on the Astron Rex. Imagine if we managed that. We would have been on 9 kills with only an artillery left. We could have been on for a pools there. But shame we couldn't quite get the shot onto the Astron Rex. Really what we should have done is when we came over onto the E25, is when we fired that shot into him and then rammed him, we should have automatically been looking straight into the Astron Rex. And unfortunately, that shell bounced on the GW Panther. RNG says no. And then, thank God we got 3 shells. The final shell actually ends up hitting him and finishing him off. We finished the game with the victory. We come top on the team. We've got 9 kills, 4.3k damage, 273 assistance. Pascucci's medal for killing 2 arty, the Radley Walters for killing 8 tanks, Devastator, Top Gun, the high caliber, 1920 base XP. A really great game for the Progetto 46, which is an absolutely fantastic tank. I loved 3-marking the Ariete back in the day, and the Progetto 46 is a hell of a lot of fun. If it ever pops up, it's well worth picking up. And if you already have it, you know the fun of it. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.